man. You know what it is, man. It's the one only DJ Chase, the pregame part of this podcast right here on WDJCDB, DJ Chase Radio. We was down and out for a little bit, but we are back on air. Shout out to Live 365. You know what it is, man. This episode is brought to you by the College Radio Directory. Use the promo code DJ Chase. You will get 20% off to get in contact with the college radios. They play your music. All my independent artists, they play your records. College Radio Directory and Groove are the hottest platforms that allows you to get in touch with labels, players curated to review your music and content and get real feedback from real people, not bots. I'm a big Groover platform reviewer, so I check your music. But enough of all that, man. We got the one and only buzzing hip hop MC Luxury Summerz. What's good, King?
What's good, King? Chase, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. Demand Money Records in the building. You know the vibes, man. How you feeling?
I'm good, man. That's a fact. I appreciate you.
For sure, man. So I want to get into your background a little bit. Like I said, I was trying to dig through the archives and see if there was any interviews, but you don't really have too many interviews. So I want to get into your background a little bit. Where you from? You're from Brooklyn, correct?
Yeah. I'm from Bedford-Stuyvesant in Brooklyn.
Best Style. And what? Okay, you representing Best Style. And how was it growing up in Best Style, do or die? You know, the home of Biggie. You know what I'm saying? The home of, you know what I'm saying? How's it growing up in Brooklyn for you?
It's fun. It's a up and down thing, but I feel like not just Brooklyn, but any borough in New York. I always, and it might be biased, I always feel like being a kid growing up, being raised there, we always have the upper hand on
Mhm.
on any other area.
Yeah. For sure, man. And did you grow up with both your parents or just your mom or just your dad?
My parents split like when I was a
Mhm.
baby. They was never married. They
Mhm.
met each other at Chelsea High School, which is in Manhattan,
Mhm.
and they split up when I was a baby. So my mom's ended up moving to Virginia, and it was
Okay.
just like me and my pops and shit. I mean, I'm sorry, excuse me, me and my pops.
Okay, got you. And then with that being said, then you eventually moved down to Virginia, correct?
Yeah, I moved down to Virginia, but that was like, let's say 2009, like
Mm.
after my freshman year of high school at Mary Bertram in Manhattan.
Manhattan, yeah, Mayor Bertram, yep.
I came to Norfolk, Virginia, but then even after that, I kept moving back and forth.
Okay.
I kept going. It's just something about New York. I couldn't leave it alone.
For sure, man. And did your parents, did they like do any type of entertainment? Were they involved in music in any way?
My mom, she always tells me stories about how, like, in New York, hip hop was it was coming up. It was on the
Yeah.
rise. She remembers seeing people like Puff promoting their parties for Howard Homecoming and
Mm-hmm.
all that. But back then for them, unless you was really trying to get into it, it was kind of like they didn't know if it was going to last as long as it did. So
Okay.
nah, like my parents didn't, and my father, he was in the streets. He know a few people here and there, but he never really
Mm-hmm.
got into the music part.
Yeah, got you. And when did you start making music? Like at what point you was like, you know what, I'm gonna just, thug it out and just be a rapper.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I hear a lot of interviews with a lot of other people that we might look up to. They make it seem like they
Yeah.
never wanted to rap. That's not me. I started putting, yeah. I
Yeah.
started putting pen to pad around like 9 years old, third grade, something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
As far as like really recording and taking it seriously, like uh 2010, 2011, I started
Okay.
recording myself, and then I
Yeah.
realized like, yo, if I want to take this serious, I gotta find professional studios to work at. And then I started, recording and working on professional recording etiquette and
Hmm.
just getting everything down packed. So like 2011.
Okay, got you. And in 2011, like, you know what, you said, okay, I'm gonna do this for real, for real. You always wanted to be a rapper. And with that said, I want to ask this question. Now, this is tough. You know what I'm saying? We got Biggie or Jay. Who you got?
Ooh. All right, look,
Yeah.
I can't say both.
No.
I gotta pick one.
Gotta pick one.
Damn, I'm gonna say Jay. Can
Ah.
I get my reason why?
I mean, I can see why, but why though?
All right, so my father's favorite rapper was Jay.
Oh, okay.
He liked Big, but
Yeah.
I think I get this part from my father. Like we like the underdogs.
Yeah, yeah.
So when everybody was talking about Big,
Yeah.
my pops was running around talking about Jay.
Understood.
So when I rode around in the car with my father had the
The
GS
J,
300,
the J tape, yeah, the priority tape, not the Def Jam one, the priority
and
tape.
my pops was running around in the Lexus GS 300, the same one Jay had in Dead Prez when
Yeah,
it was fire, and that was the thing to see in New York streets. And
yeah.
you riding around and you listening to Jay. I was raised off Jay because of my father.
Okay, understood.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But like, don't get me wrong. I know, like, if it wasn't for Big, Jay, I'm not gonna say Jay wouldn't be here, but that impact he had, he kind of like, he kind of like, studied his footprint or whatever. But
yeah. Jay,
you know,
understood,
yeah.
understood. Now I want to ask this question: who's your favorite Brooklyn rapper right now?
Who's my favorite rapper right now?
And I know we're gonna narrow it down. Your favorite Brooklyn rapper?
My favorite Brooklyn rapper?
Yeah, who you got?
Um, that's a good question. Fab,
I agree with that. That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
Fab, yeah,
That's a good pick.
because it might be a little biased, but it's a little something to that too. Like,
Yeah,
I'm from Brevoort Projects,
yeah.
so that's the same projects he from. So it's just like, you feel me?
But Fab's not a bad pick though. Fab is nice. Fab is that shit. You feel me?
Yeah,
Like I rock with
yeah,
Fab. You know what I'm saying? And who would you say is like your biggest influence? Like I'll take probably Jay, right? Your biggest influence to be Jay, right?
yeah,
Jay,
yeah.
got you. And how did you come up with your name, Luxury Summerz? How did you come up with that name?
Um, I just I like the finer things in life, and
Mm,
to sum all of that up, when I was younger, I was trying to perform in this club or this lounge
yeah,
in Virginia, and I didn't. I was going by like my regular name,
yeah,
and then I just thought about it. I was like, nah, I gotta come up with something. So I used to think about just a lot of things, a lot of people that I've been around, and I was like, they pretty much raised me under a way to just like the finer things in life.
yeah.
So I summed that up for like luxury. And as far as Summers, I threw the Summers in there. Like, number one, I'm born in July. My birthday about to come up next month,
When's your birthday?
July 17th.
Bruh. You know what's crazy? My
What?
birthday's July 1st. And
Oh, for real?
I've been running into everybody who I've met in the past 2 weeks has been a cancer.
Cancer.
Literally everybody in the past 2 weeks that I have met has been a cancer. There's been July 2nd, there's been July 30th, there's been July 13th, and now you're July 17th.
That's fire. That's fire. So that's how I
That's
put the
crazy,
name.
yeah.
That's how I put the name together. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
and then for me, luxury was like, I'm gonna give you that quality in lyrics and in the music. And the
Yeah.
Summers, I'm gonna keep it hot for you.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And now you also started your own independent label, Demand Money Records. I seen y'all heavy at Atlanta. Y'all been moving around. Y'all doing y'all thing as a team, as a unit. What made you
Yes,
want to
sir.
start your own independent label?
That 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 influence, that Jay-Z influence, that um shoot, I'm getting like, hold on, I'm sorry.
No, you good.
It's Jay-Z. I like people like like Slim and Birdman with Cash Money. I like Jay Prince with Rap A Lot Records. Like,
Yeah,
I like I'm influenced by Jay, but that part of Jay also introduced me to independent,
mm.
you know what I mean, labels that kind of had to start everything on their own.
Yeah, for
So I
sure.
I ventured off into other people that did the same thing. Shoot, even with like Suge when he did Death Row,
Yeah,
or
no
you know what I
doubt.
mean, like
Yeah.
a lot of people.
Yeah, for sure. And now a lot of artists, and not artists, a lot of independent labels, because I'm a DJ. You see me moving around, you see me in the cut cracks in the corners, and I'm everywhere a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I see a lot of independent labels and promoters, and not. I'm not gonna put this on artists. I'm gonna put this on independent labels, right? And you have a
Yeah.
lot of them that are just Instagram labels. You know what I'm saying? So what would you say would be the goal for Demand Money Records? What would you say is like, you know what, this is the goal for the company?
The goal for Demand Money Records would
Yes,
be
sir.
to push Luxury Summers,
Yeah.
to the point where we're doing tours and doing more
Mm-hmm.
interviews, whether it's internet radio, um, um, terrestrial radio, or you know what I mean, podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
But the main goal for me is like I just told somebody this when the day I seen you in Atlanta, like I want to be a touring artist.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I totally understand that. And are you signing artists, or you just mainly focus on just like, the independent self signing yourself? Are you looking for artists?
But right now, I'm looking for artists when I get to the point that I know I did it for myself.
Understood.
Cause it's like you could be running around saying you're gonna sign this person and that person, but once they
Mm-hmm.
see that you can't do it for yourself,
Yeah.
they not gonna want to rock with you no more.
No doubt, no doubt. I appreciate that. And now let's talk about a little music right quick. You know what I'm saying? You got Think I Am featuring JoJo Simmons. You got a couple of big features, Currency, Jewels. I've been studying you. I've been checking the music out.
Appreciate
How
that.
did that JoJo Simmons record come about?
Um, we knew the same people. I knew somebody. I knew an
Mm-hmm.
engineer. From Queens. I was in the studio in Queens. Heavy Grind Studios,
Okay.
and the owner of Heavy Grind, he was engineering, and we did a few tracks. We probably did like 5 tracks, and that track right there was like he was really feeling Think I Am. He was
Mm,
feeling the other tracks too, but I think with Think I Am, I did the hook, I put the verse, and I just left it.
okay.
And then when I was leaving out the studio, he brought up like a feature type of idea. He put the idea of a feature in my head. So I was like, I bet I'll think about it. So then like I was on Instagram and I just hit JoJo up. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then he hit me back, and it was smooth like that, for real, for real.
Nah, that's what's up, man. And the Currency record, how did that come about? I'm a big
That
Currency fan.
that came about dealing with a producer. The
Mm-hmm.
producer had he just had an opportunity for me. The same producer with the
Mm-hmm.
with it was him and Jewels, and we got another track coming.
Oh, nice.
So
Okay.
yeah, so that was more like vocals got sent to me type
Yeah.
situation.
Nah, that's dope though, because like I said, that's the record that actually caught my attention from you. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, okay, he got the Currency feature. He's because when I look for like a lot of artists, like when they send me music or like like artists like you, they'll hit me up like, yo, Chase, I want to work with you. Sometimes what I look for is like, can you match up with a mainstream artist? Not saying that the independent artists are not mainstream. I'm independent. I love my I only listen to independent music. I don't even listen to even mainstream music. I like
Yeah.
to see like if you can match up. And what caught my attention with you was you were still holding your own with all the features that you had, and that's what really kind of like made me take a liking into you. You feel me? And
Oh,
that was really dope. Yeah,
I appreciate that for real.
yeah, for sure.
I've heard that, but when it come to different people and they
Hmm.
and different services in the field or they do different things,
Yeah,
it hit different. So I
yeah.
appreciate
Nah, for sure, man. And the new record now where we hear the video, the fire song, making plays. I like that record. A nice street record, but it's not a street record at the same time. The video out
it.
now. How did who produced that record?
This producer named Baker Young. Baker
Mm-hmm.
Young, he do a lot of he did a couple tracks for I don't know if you heard of him, Big X the Plug. He's from
Yeah,
Texas.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, that's all we play down here in Charlotte. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Mm,
he was one of he's one of Big X the Plug producers, and I
mm,
kind of like I'm one of them people like I read the credits. Like even
mm.
when I was younger, we the
Yeah.
albums, I was in the booklet reading it while I was
Yes,
listening
sir.
to the album. So I found Baker on Instagram and I was hitting him. And
Yeah.
it took like 6 months. I ain't even gonna lie. Then one day he just hit me like, oh yo, like I wasn't getting your messages because you know how on
Yeah.
Instagram
People do that to me all the time. I be like,
yeah,
I don't be getting them shits. Yeah.
they got like different categories. They go in general, they
Hmm.
go in primary.
I don't answer the primary shits. Yeah, I don't do that. Yeah.
So he finally hit me, and then we connected. The funny part about making plays, the beat, it had like the sample on it, and I was like, the
Mm,
sample made me a little nervous.
mm,
So he hit me up, and when he hit me, that's the first thing I told him. I was like, yo, I want this beat. I was like, yo, but that sample. And he was like, nah, I got you. Like,
mm.
I'll edit it for you and all that. And then
Yeah,
he
nice.
edited, and the song was already written.
Oh
It was
wow.
already recorded, so
Yeah.
all I had to do was switch the beats. But that's how that happened. That's Bigger Young.
Yeah, for sure, man. And now I want to ask this question. Now, making plays, everybody's out here making a play, right? And you're an artist and you talk about it. What kind of making plays and plays do you feel are needed to be successful in the music business?
Plays like this one,
Mm, appreciate it.
networking,
Yes, sir.
meeting DJs that have other things going on,
Yes, sir.
going to different states.
Yeah.
Whether if it's just going to shake hands or giving out a promo bag. I felt bad too because when I met you, I had promo bags, but I ain't have enough. I really wanted to give you one, but now I know you're not
Man,
that far from me.
I ain't that far.
I'll drop off a promo bag for you
Well,
and all that.
I'm working on some shows right now, so don't worry. You have an opportunity to perform. So
Okay, that's
I'm
a
working on
bet.
some stuff behind the scenes. Yeah.
But even doing what you got to do as an independent artist to get the money to invest in yourself, all of
Yes,
that is
sir.
making a play to me.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate that. And I want to ask this question too. What is like one of the hardest things that you had to deal with in the music business so far?
Um, Sustaining relationships when it comes to making the music. And now I don't want to sound bad like when I say sustaining relationships like
Mm,
I'm out here just treating people bad. Like no, like when you an independent artist, especially when you starting from the ground up, sometimes it's hard to lock in with those people that help you make the music, like the
mm,
engineers. Or
mm,
like I told you with Baker, like he finally hit me back and now I'm I can get to him when I can,
mm.
but it's hard to you starting to come up and you trying to get in touch with the producer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's always the hardest thing. Um, and then when you relentless like me and you want to just you don't let nothing stop you.
Yeah.
It gets to that point where you try to like learn things yourself. Like with making plays, like I know what it is with engineers. Sometimes they want to, not all engineers, but some engineers that
They
I
have
run
mood
into,
swings. Yeah, they
sometimes
have
they,
mood swings. They don't feel bad. They have
yeah.
fucking mood swings. Yeah, they this game is weird, man. Like this new generation, there's something wrong with them. Like I've just totally like their phones is making them crazy people. Like they're bugged out. You know.
And then on top of that, it's not a lot of studios
Hmm.
out here like where I'm at, like it used to be back in the day.
Hmm.
And a lot of people are doing what I got back into recording myself. I started learning how to going
Yeah.
back and engineering because it's like you
Yeah.
never want to have to depend on somebody, at least just to drop some music.
Music. Yeah. Yeah. It's a pain in the ass. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And then it's like it's crazy how the mood swings is going on because it's like the way the game is, it's like a lot of people aren't, you don't have to go to studios to
Yeah.
record. So
Same with
if
the
I was
DJ.
gonna
DJs are the same way. They do the same shit to me. Like I'll be sitting there talking to a DJ, and then like it be some next shit. I'm like, I'm just asking you a question. Like I'm not your,
yeah,
yeah, you're not my parent. Like I have
yeah,
parents. Like you know what I'm saying. Like I have a
yeah.
father. Like you're not my parent. Like why are you talking to me like that? Like you know.
So
Yeah.
I gotta find a better way to sum that up so when people ask me the question, I can like give it to them direct. But that's really the hard thing. And like, trying to figure out how to promote. But other
Mm.
than that,
Yes,
it's
sir.
like if you do the research and you study, you can figure everything out
Yeah.
on your own.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good. Homework is key. Knowledge is key. And one of my last questions is this, man. Do you want to stay signed, independent, or you want to get signed?
Yo, I really want to stay independent.
Yeah.
I've heard of situations where other people do business with labels, like they
Yeah.
might like they might like sell them a song,
Mm.
but they just sold them that one song, and then the label kind of like pushed it or whatever. So now when that artist dropped, it's like everybody looking for them. So it was like a way of a promotion, and on top of that, you get a check. But
Yeah.
I like what United Masters was doing with Big X the Plug and Anicia, and I really would go that route.
Nice. Okay. Copy. And one of my last questions is this too. What is the future for Luxury Summers? What is the future for you?
More hot music, of course. I'm working on my project. It's called The Partnership. So I'm dropping these singles to get ready to gear up for this project called A Partnership. But I do got a track with Conway the Machine coming out July
Oh,
5th
I
called
need that.
Know
I
the
need
Name.
that. I need that. I need that early. The Griselda
I,
boy does. That's all I listen to, brother.
yeah.
Mm.
I'm gonna definitely send that to you, I'm getting some good signs from my distribution. Like they might help me out with some things with that track, because
All right.
yeah, my people's. I think he was really feeling that track. So
Yeah, I need that. I need his parts, man. And my very, very last question is this, man. I ask everybody this. I would say you are a young veteran in the game. And before we get out of here, if you had a new artist, a young guy come up to you and say, "Yo, Luxury Summerz, what I'm trying to get on. What advice would you give them to get into the music business?"
don't wait on nobody.
Mm.
Don't even wait on me.
Yeah.
Do don't. The first thing you should do is whatever you feel will impress the person that you're trying to get attention from, and invest in yourself, and don't be scared to do what you got to do. If that's get a job or whatever it is, go to school because you want to learn a little more about producing or engineering, like take some classes, but do what you got to do to make it happen, and don't wait on nobody, because if you wait on somebody, you'll be waiting forever.
And on that note, we are out of here, my God, Luxury Summerz, man. Great interview, brother. Appreciate it. For
Thank you.
sure, man. You said the EP coming out, the partnership, right?
Yeah. A
For sure.
partnership. I'm
Yeah.
shooting for October, but
Yeah.
I'm still working on it. But
Yeah.
Know the Name featuring Conway definitely dropping July 5th.
Yeah, that'll be an early birthday gift for me, so I need that.
I got you. I'm gonna
For
send
sure,
that
for
to you.
sure, for sure. You know this, man. Luxury Summerz, where can they find you?
Oh, you can find me on Instagram. You can find me on TikTok. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, and it's all spelled the same way: LuxurySummerz. It's all the same way on every platform.
You know this, man. My God, Luxury Summerz, Big VA, Big Brooklyn. You know the vibes, man. A new single, Making Plays, out now right here on WDJCDB, DJ Chase Radio, the pregame party in this podcast, WDJCDB, DJ Chase Radio, DJChase.net, Spotify podcast, Apple podcast, and YouTube DJ Chase TV. And we are out. Yeah.